Heyo, my Planet Coaster friends, Johnny5 Alive here, and welcome back to another episode of Coaster Spotlight. Today we're going to be looking at the Speed Miner created by Ajax1789, a non-Discord member, a subscriber to the YouTube channel. Come join us on Discord, Ajax, and here they say, I want to make a high-speed, thrilling mine train coaster like I wanted it to have in real life, fast, curvy, and interesting theming, and very high fun rating. This is my first coaster with detailed theming, so open for suggestions to increase my build. I'm sure I have a lot to learn. Have a nice ride and beware of the spiders. All right, so coaster stats on this one here today are going to be 120 seconds in duration, 1,000 meters in track length, so about a kilometer there, max speeds of 70 miles per hour. The biggest drop is 50 meters at a total of 6 airtime counts with 3 seconds of airtime duration. So coaster layout's looking pretty awesome, as you can see from the B-roll. So why don't we dive right on into it and give this a ride. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there it is. Let's talk about it real quick. This is this creator's very first build ever. They're an unranked builder in this community, a subscriber on YouTube, so we'll try to add a little bit of feedback for them where we can. I think the coaster layout was actually really fun. It had a lot of interesting near misses, and they utilized their piece count very efficiently by making all these custom supports and interesting little nooks for the coaster to go through, even making a spider house there. So thematically speaking, speaking, I think it's a very fun coaster. I wish there was something you could have done to this lift hill to make it a little bit more integrated and realistic looking. I don't know, something about it looks like it's gonna fall over. It's a bit of an eyesore. As I was looking at this coaster, there's a lot of aspects to it that are captivating. You have the waterfalls, you have the supports, the custom supports at that, a lot of near misses, fun airtime moments and all that stuff. But then you look up at this, and this is the only part that stands out to me. It's like, what could you have done to improve this? Now, this is probably one of the faults of making it a blueprint. So if this was built into a park, how many parts do we use? So there's an extra 500 pieces there. So this would normally typically go up a mountain. So if you would have built this into terrain, it would have been a lot easier to make this mine shaft a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. I'm not really sure the solution here in terms of a blueprint, other than making your own fake terrain, but you didn't have enough pieces for that. So while I think this is a bit of an eyesore, I can't really propose a solution to you other than next time try to do a similar coaster in a park file and submit that instead. I personally prefer the park files because it gives you a little bit more freedom to make the coaster more interesting, and with that freedom you would have been able to do a lot more terraforming. So that would probably just be my recommendation for the solution of making this a little bit more integrated into the terrain as you go up the lift. Other than that, you could definitely speed up the lift hill speed there a little bit. I think this area here would have been an opportunity to put a block section in so that you could have 2 trains running on the coaster at all times, because the wait time will be fairly long, as the guests will have to wait, what was it, 120 seconds before the next load up. But pretty small stuff. And then last but not least, you know, you had 500 pieces left over. There is no queue work here. You could have done a nice garden, a nice sign for what you called it, the speed miner. So you could have done some custom work there for the speed miner. This is actually the front of the coaster, but I thought it looked more aesthetically pleasing from the back because you're showcasing all of these support structures. You're showcasing all of this detail that you added in. It's looking really nice from the back, but a little bit more plain from the front. So I think having that nice garden work, maybe, you know, some rock work, some gardens, some of more of this overgrown ivy and custom woodwork that you've done for the queue, as in like the guests walk underneath all this to get to the station. You could have easily accomplished that with your extra 600 pieces, making the front a lot more compelling, especially with the big boarding sign there. Even the coaster wrapping over top of the sign, something like that could have been really good. But for a first time creation, I think the effort is absolutely outstanding. This one definitely caught my attention. I love all the intricacies down below, and that's what made it so fascinating for me to take a closer look at. Maybe we could have added some water in. That would have been a setup guide for me. I don't know if that was intentional or not by the creator, but yeah, I could have easily gone in here and added some water here. I think part of the setup guide, that might kind of cool as well to make that just a little bit more interesting, but it's looking pretty great. I just think that this needs to be integrated or thought about a little bit better, but overall, I really like this creation. What did you guys think of Ajax 1789's very first ever coaster? Fire away down in the comments below. Ajax, come join us on Discord. Links are down in the description below. If anyone else wants to join Discord, you can check them out there as well. And that's going to do it for me in today's episode of Coaster Spotlight. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye now.